The 2016 NFL regular season begins on Thursday, September 8th with the Super Bowl 50 rematch as the Panthers visit the Broncos on NBC. The Panthers are slight road favorites against a Denver team that will be going with either Mark Sanchez or rookie Paxton Lynch at quarterback. On Thursday, September 8th, the Carolina Panthers go to the Denver Broncos. The Panthers are 3-point favorites with the total on the game at 41.5 points. This will be a Super Bowl 50 rematch with the Panthers looking for revenge from their 24-10 defeat to the Broncos. The Panthers choked in the Super Bowl last February as they easily had the superior offense, and we think they show off that offense against a rebuilding Broncos team on Thursday night. On Sunday, September 11th, the Green Bay Packers go to the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Packers are 4-point favorites with the total at 47. The Packers have won 3 of the 5 all-time meetings against the Jags, but they are just 1-4 against the spread. The Buffalo Bills will go to the Baltimore Ravens, with the Ravens as 2.5-point favorites, the total at 43. These teams have split their last 10 meetings, with Buffalo going 6-4 against the spread, and 5 of the last 6 going under the total. The Chicago Bears will go to the Houston Texans. The Texans are 6-point favorites with the total at 43. The Texans have won and covered all 3 previous meetings in this series. The Cleveland Browns will go to the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles are 7-point favorites with the total at 45. The Eagles have won all 4 previous meetings in this series, but they are just 1-3 against the spread. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers will go to the Atlanta Falcons, with the Falcons as 3-point favorites, the total at 47.5. These teams have split their last 10 meetings, with Tampa going 5-4-1 against the spread, and the last 3 games have gone under the total. The Vikings will go to the Tennessee Titans. The Vikings are 3-point favorites with the total at 42.5. The Vikings have won 7 of the last 10 meetings in this series, and they are 6-4 against the spread, with 2 of the last 3 going under the total. Even with Teddy Bridgewater out for the season, the line on this game has not moved much, suggesting that the lines makers have very little faith in the Titans again this season. The Cincinnati Bengals will go to the New York Jets. The Bengals are 1-point favorites with the total at 42.5. The Jets have won 8 of the last 10 meetings in this series, and they are 6-4 against the spread, with 3 of the last 4 going over the total. The Oakland Raiders will go to the New Orleans Saints, with the Saints as 1.5-point favorites, the total at 50.5. The Saints have won 6 of the last 9 in this series, and they are 7-2 against the spread, with the last 2 going under the total. The San Diego Chargers visit the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs are 7-point favorites with the total at 43. These teams have split their last 10 games, with the last 4 going under. The Miami Dolphins go to the Seattle Seahawks, with the Seahawks as 8-point favorites, the total at 44. The Dolphins have won 7 of the last 10 against the Seahawks, although these teams have met just twice in the last decade. The Detroit Lions go to the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts has 5-point favorites with the total at 49. The Colts have won 6 of the last 8 meetings in this series, with only 2 meetings between the teams in the last decade. The New York Giants will go to the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys are 3.5-point favorites with the total at 49. The Cowboys have won 6 of the last 10 games, but they are just 4-6 against the spread, with the last 7 games going over the total. Finally, on Sunday, we have the New England Patriots at the Arizona Cardinals in the late game on NBC. The Cardinals are 6-point favorites with the total at 47. These teams have split their last 10 meetings, with 4 of the last 5 going under the total. To wrap up Week 1, on Monday, September 12th, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers going to the Washington Redskins. The Steelers are 3-point favorites with the total at 50.5 points. The Steelers have won 5 of the last 8 meetings, and they have gone 4-4 against the spread, with the last 5 going under the total. The late game has the Los Angeles Rams at the San Francisco 49ers. The Rams are 2-point favorites with the total at 46. The Niners are 6-3-1 straight up in the last 10 meetings, but they are just 5-5 against the spread, with the last 3 going under the total.